We're going to try to solve the world's problems today, or at least as much as we can. And maybe lessen your tax burden. I'm Christopher Welch, and this is your first shot. Okay, now before I start this one, I want to make it clear. The church is not the organization. The church is the people who go to church. That's who the church is. It's the parishioners, the people who make it up. The organization does not survive without the people who make it up. It's that simple. And a lot of conservatives, a lot of conservative Christians, we want low taxes, we want less government, we want there to be less. But what are we doing to help out the poor? What are we doing to help these needy? Now this might seem, oh my God, he's gone leftist. No, I'm not. I'm just saying as Christians, we should be Christians. A little self-disclosure here. I am no way a rich person. In no way, shape, or form. And there are a lot of months where I'm just scraping by, just trying to make food budget. Just trying to make my bills. It's not easy. And I thank God for everything I've gotten because I know it all comes from Him. So for me, the tithe, which is what we're talking about today, the 10% He asks for of the 100% He gives seems kind of a steal to me. Now, it might make things difficult, but I know that He has more planned for me than even I know. God, Jesus Christ, His Son, has more planned for me than I know. And you have to believe that out there. You have to believe there's something for you. You can choose not to, but really, God is there. He is not dead. And if we are real Christians, we need to start doing things like tithing. We need to, and you're like, oh, well, your church is asking for more money. No. I'm asking you of the goodness of your heart as a Christian to tithe more. I mean, let's look at the reality of the church today. And this comes from Relevant Magazine. Tithers only make up 10 to 25% of normal congregation. So if you're in church and you're not tithing, you look around you, only 1 in 4 people is probably tithing. 1 in 4. You want to know why the church isn't out there? Why you don't see the church out there? Why you're seeing the leftist and all this other stuff taking over? That might be a reason. Only 5% of the U.S. tithes. 80% of Americans giving only 2% of their income. That's just regular Americans. Let's look at Christians specifically, because it says Christians are only giving 2.5%. By the way, during the greatest financial crisis in American history, the Great Depression, Americans gave 3.3%. The numbers are a lot, but it invokes a reason of why Christ has been pushed out of every area, of why so many people go on welfare when the churches should be the ones supplying the help. You want to see better lives, better outcomes, who's going to do it better, the government or God? I'd put my money on God. let's just say, and I know this is going to happen, but I'm hoping you're hearing my message. Please share this message. Please share this message so other Christians can understand that I'm saying this is how we solve the issues. This is how we solve the problems we see in the world. This is how we solve what needs to be solved in this country. We need to bring God back. We need to bring that moral foundation that we used to have as a country back. Stop making excuses and be the change in the world. Just if 100%, just Christians, not, the Bible-loving Christians, the ones who actually follow through, if just 100% of Christians gave their 10%, that's $165 billion for the church to make a difference in the world. And I guarantee you, I'm not saying that God's going to make your life great because you're tithing. No. But the less people who rely on government, the less money the government needs. The more churches are doing in the world, making lives better, getting people work assistance, giving them daycare, helping them live their lives, the less the government is doing it. The less they can say, oh, we need this program. Well, if your programs aren't being filled by people because the churches are taking care of it, guess what? And this isn't this is why I say a church is not just the leadership. A church is the people in the church who go to the church. And I'm going to show you right now. I go to a great church. This is what my church is doing.
If you're unfamiliar with Kingdom Builders, let me just take a moment to explain this. Over and above our regular giving, people at River Valley Church give to Kingdom Builders. It's where we build buildings. It's where we help missionaries around the world. It's where we dig wells, set people free from human trafficking. It's where we do the good deeds that glorify Jesus and make the church look good and open up the door for us to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. Through this, people make pledges in the beginning of the year. They give toward those pledges all year long, and then on the Miracle Offering Day, whether you've made a pledge or not, you're invited to give your very best gift to Kingdom Builders. Through Kingdom Builders, we're able to really show people the presence of God. How do we do that? Well, one of the things we've noticed is that when people invite their friends to church, their friends feel the presence of God. And through Kingdom Builders, we've been able to start all of our new campuses. We've been able to expand our Apple Valley campus. We've been able to start our Minneapolis campus. We've been able to build the Shakopee campus. Coming soon, we're going to be able to build the Edina area campus, and I can't wait for that to happen. But it doesn't stop there. We're building campuses in Swaziland and in Spain. We're also able to start churches like Short Point Church in Milwaukee, all through Kingdom Builders. And what's happening is people are coming to the local church, experiencing the presence of God, and lives are being changed through your generosity. I'm so excited that Kingdom Builders is investing in the next generation. If you don't know this about River Valley Church, we would risk everything for the next generation. We want those that are coming behind us to have the same faith, to do what we've done and do more than we could ever do. We invest in River Valley Leadership Institute, where we train the next generation of pastors, missionaries, and business leaders. We also send our youth on missions trips around the world, and I love that Kingdom Builders says we believe in the next generation. Kingdom Builders wouldn't be Kingdom Builders if we didn't go global. I love that we build the church here, but I love that we're building the church there. I love that through Kingdom Builders, we're able to do good works in Turkey. We're able to build the church in Thailand. We're able to go to Indonesia, Africa, the Middle East, and work with amazing ministries and build the Church of Jesus Christ with groups like Live Dead.
There are millions, even billions of people who don't have access to the gospel. And the reason Live Dead exists is to address that injustice so that the glory of God might be known and the love of God experienced by every unreached people group on earth. And so we look at the world with an open Bible and an open map, and we say, where is God's glory not known? Where is His love not revealed? And we're going to send teams there to plant churches so that everyone has an opportunity to know Jesus, have sins forgiven, and enjoy Him forever.
Kingdom Builders is about generosity. It's about saying, I've been given so much and I want to give away as much as I can. I want to help the least of these. And I love that through Kingdom Builders, we're able to help people that are facing tragedy and crisis. And so I want to say thank you for being a Kingdom Builder, thank you for being generous, and thank you for changing the world.
That's just one church, and that's just a small percentage of the people still tithing fully. Imagine if everyone in the church tithed. Imagine if everyone in your church tithed. Imagine if you were active in your church, if you were actually, helping them. Maybe working with them, trying to develop where your church wants to go. And if your church is filled with controversy, like I know the Catholics have controversy going on with the boy pedophile issue, if you don't feel comfortable with that, find a church that does it. Find where God is and help God do the mission that we have ceded to the government. This is how you fix things. Donald Trump ain't gonna fix things. Nancy Pelosi ain't gonna fix things. Bernie Sanders ain't gonna fix things. God will fix things. Only when we humble ourselves before Him will things really change. You want to see peace? You want to see people getting along together? Be the change. Don't wait for the government to do it. Stop counting on the government to solve your issues. Get active in your church. Help your church reach those who need it. If you can do that, then guess what? Your government gets smaller because the funds that are needed aren't needed anymore. And not just that, people start becoming more ethical, people start following each other, coming into community with each other. And when Christians get a good name because of the good that we're doing, more people will look at us in a favorable light, and maybe more people become Christians. Who would have thought of that? We could have a shared set of values again. I'm not saying the government should become religious. I'm saying maybe instead of the government becoming religious, maybe more of us should be more faithful. Please like, share, subscribe. Get this message out because people need to hear it. I'm Christopher Welch, and this has been your First Shot.